The Jets. Aaron, how you feeling?
I was happy to beat everybody associated with the Jets. There were probably people in the organization didn't think I could play anymore, so it was nice to remind those people that I still can.
That is officially my favorite soundbite of 2025, and I don't think anybody's going to top it, Damian. Tell me this, are you a believer in Rodgers and the Steelers now?
Well, I think it's how you quantify believer. Do I believe that they can represent the AFC in the Super Bowl? No, I do not. I saw two teams I feel like are the class of the AFC, but does Rodgers give them the best shot under Mike Tomlin since Big Ben? Absolutely. I mean, we saw rejuvenated Aaron Rodgers yesterday. Let's make no mistakes about that. He was moving well inside the pocket. He was moving well outside the pocket. He was pinpoint accurate. He knew where to go with the ball. That was vintage Aaron Rodgers that we saw yesterday. And so we saw him in a new system, Arthur Smith system, something that he really hadn't played under throughout most of his career, going back to his Green Bay days. So if you're getting this from Aaron Rodgers week one, like, imagine where they're going to be, a month from now, 2 months from now. I think the biggest thing about this whole situation, can Aaron Rodgers stay healthy? Remember, he's 41 years old.
Yep.
But if he stays healthy and he plays like that, Pittsburgh they're cooking with something right there.
Cam, I think Damian missed one thing. We didn't just see vintage Rodgers, we saw revenge Rodgers. It was a little bit of a redemption tour, a little extra sauce on this one, and he's a little petty, and I'm here for all of it.
I like where you at, Molly. I love where you at because, rejuvenated, that's one thing. But motivated is another whole type of human being. I think every single person that has ever played in the NFL, will play in the NFL, or is currently in the NFL, once you have this on your heart, where you feel like you have to prove something, that's where you have a different animal and a different beast. And that's what we seen Aaron Rodgers up against this particular weekend. He wanted to prove something not only just to himself, but to the whole organization and the city of New York. That it's like, hey, remember me? And I don't know if they could keep that up. Do I believe in the Pittsburgh Steelers? I don't know. You got Calvin Austin III, you got Pat, you got Kenneth Gainwell. I don't know if that's going to be enough when you have any type of representation from the Chiefs, Chargers, Ravens, Bills, Bengals, and even the Browns looked good if they could get them a doggone kicker. But outside of that, I think Aaron Rodgers is still one of the elite talent that this game has ever seen, and it showed with him still being at the age that he is, being able to deliver the pill.
I appreciate the breakdown, but you're missing it. You're both missing it. I mean, first of all, I know what I said because I was there when I said it. The bad man showed up. You understand? Y'all must have forgot. This is what I tried to say. You understand? And the man showed up and handled his business yesterday. I was very, very pleased with Aaron Rodgers. No doubt about it. No question. He showed up and he showed out, okay? I told you, Geno Smith, along with Fry moved to the tight end spot. Those are security blankets for you because you ain't got to throw the ball deep. I told you about Metcalf. We can't ignore this, brother. Now, here's what you should be alarmed about when you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, because Aaron Rodgers balled, and he's showing you, don't be worried about me over the last 11 games. So got 22 touchdowns and just 4 interceptions. Let's remember that, okay? Let's remember that about Aaron Rodgers when we talking about him acting like he a has-been and stuff like that. No. The people must have forgot. And if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, like I am, Cam, it's a welcome relief because, damn it, it's the first quarterback we've seen in Pittsburgh in 6 years. I mean, the last 2 years of Ben Roethlisberger's career, we love him, we appreciate him. He's going to the Hall of Fame. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion. Ain't nothing but love for Big Ben Roethlisberger. But we all know that he stayed a couple of years too long. We all know that the Pittsburgh Steelers desperately couldn't find a quarterback. I mean, anytime Mitchell Trubisky is in your room and there's conversations that Mason Rudolph, not the red-nosed reindeer, Mason Rudolph, when you think about that brother being your quarterback, you know there's a problem. You ain't got much quarterbacking in the room, okay? So Aaron Rodgers being there is a breath of fresh air. We love it. We appreciate it. And we believe that you can ascend. Here's the problem. 2 things. Steelers ran the ball 20 times with just 53 yards. I'm not accustomed to the Steelers not being able to run the football, okay? Averaging 2.7 yards per carry. That's putrid. That is not acceptable. That is not acceptable. That's number one. Number 2, this defense was not impressive. I wasn't impressed with the Pittsburgh Steelers defense at all. As a matter of fact, I was quite disappointed. And when I saw T.J. Watt on that sideline fuming, I got happy because I'm like, they paying you this money for a reason now. You about $41 million. Yeah, I mean, you $41 million. $41 million. I expect that defense to be. I expect that defense to be. This is the Steelers. This is the Steelers we talking about here. I mean, I'm looking at them right now. You allowed 394 yards, 6.5 yards per play, 50% third down conversions with Justin Fields as the quarterback, who played damn well. Who played damn well, he did. And he played. I didn't expect that stuff.
Let me tell you something.
I didn't expect that
Let me tell you something. Listen, all jokes aside, the Jets dominated Steelers yesterday. They did.
You ain't have to say it like that. You ain't have to say it like that. Listen, that's that former Jet in you. That's what that's about. That's what I'm hearing.
You can say whatever you want to say. That's what I'm hearing. But the Jets dominated the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, just like the Baltimore Bills game, the turnover. The turnover was the crucial thing. But Justin Fields, Cam, you can speak on this. Justin Fields balled yesterday.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely balled.
How far, Kim, do you think he could take the AFC, Justin Fields? How far do you think he could take the Jets in the AFC?
I look at a situation where you have a head coach that's still trying to implement his way of winning, right? And we're still talking about the Jets here. Stephen A. Smith, you said a lot of truth in what you just said in your stanza, bro, but the best quarterback in 6 years, I think one of those quarterbacks that they had an opportunity to get the best out of, they let slip and fall to the New York Jets and Justin Fields.
I agree with that.
Justin Fields looked doggone good, and if he's in a situation where that's his type of game to win, right? But at the same time, when you're looking at how they have to win, there's going to be a purging of how you have to win. We have to protect the football. We have to keep Justin Fields in a situation where he's comfortable until he's ready to really cut that switch on to be a very elite player. You have the skill set around him. They was dominating the line of scrimmage, Damian, as you pointed out, with the doggone good defense that they was facing. They ran the ball when they wanted to and when they had to. And obviously when you have a talent like Justin Fields who's able to extend the play in many ways than one, not just from the running element, but also from the passing element as well. I think they're a very scary team, especially, this is another thing to keep in count. When you're looking at that division, the Miami Dolphins didn't look nowhere near where they're supposed to look. When you see the New England Patriots looking, go ahead.
I said save it. Don't get. When
you're looking at that division,
we'll save our energy for that one. But go ahead. Go ahead.
But I'm saying. What I'm saying, in that whole division alone, this is the year for the Jets to make their impact and impose their will. I love what I saw from Justin Fields and the New York Jets. It's just going to take some time to implement ways of how to win. And that's where Aaron Rodgers really showed his veteranism and, pulled it out.
Let me say this. Breece Hall ran for 107 yards, averaged nearly 6 yards a carry yesterday afternoon, rather. Garrett Wilson had that nice touchdown catch. Now, there was an injury to Porter, obviously, in the Steelers secondary. They were compromised to some degree. We get that part. We understand that. And again, overall, I was not happy. Derek Harmon, their first-round pick, didn't play last night. Hayward got hurt and what have you. But I'm looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I still expected them to be better, so I'm alarmed because of that. But if you telling me that Aaron Rodgers is going to play like this, you understand? And I'm going to get some.
Steelers Nation, we need to talk about something that had all of us scratching our heads during Sunday's wild 34-32 win over the New York Jets. We got the W, that's what matters. But if you watched the game closely, and I know this fan base did, then you definitely noticed it. The Pittsburgh Steelers rolled out a running back strategy that just did not make sense at first glance. Where was Jaylen Warren in the first half? Why was Kenneth Gainwell getting all those early touches? And what does this mean going forward? Let's break it down. Aaron Rodgers, yeah, I know, still feels surreal, balled out. He silenced a lot of early doubts, but the run game, man, it was messy. Gainwell got the start and was featured early, rushing 7 times for just 19 yards and catching 3 passes for 4. Meanwhile, Warren was basically ghosted until the second half. He ended with 11 carries for 37 yards, 2 catches, and a touchdown. But why did it take so long to unleash him? Steelers insider Mark Kaboly gave us a little clarity during his spot on 93.7 The Fan. According to him, this wasn't some kind of changing of the guard moment in the backfield. It was a game plan specific decision. The staff saw something in the Jets' defense and felt Gainwell was the better early down matchup. Kaboly even said, quote, "I don't know if I want him to be my bell cow. He's very good at what he is able to do. I wouldn't anticipate that moving forward." All right, Mark, that's fair, but let's be honest, Steelers Nation. It still feels off, doesn't it? Jaylen Warren is not just a fan favorite. He's the most complete back we've got right now. He's efficient, explosive, and elite in pass protection. That last part, though, crucial, especially with a new-look offensive line that, let's be honest, still needs time to gel. You need a guy like Warren out there helping protect your 40-year-old QB from getting lit up. So when you see Gainwell getting more first-half touches than Warren, it raises some serious questions. Now here's what really matters moving forward. The balance did return in the second half. Warren took over more of the load, and the offense looked smoother. But we can't afford these kinds of adjust-later game plans every week. Not on the AFC North. Not with the schedule we've got coming up. And don't forget, rookie Caleb Johnson is also in the mix. Drafted in the 3rd round, he's got that future bell cow potential. But right now, he's raw. He had 1 carry in the Jets game. It went nowhere. But he did draw a late hit penalty after bouncing it outside, so at least he made something happen. He's also on kick return duties, which tells you the staff wants him involved without throwing him to the wolves too soon. Bottom line, the Steelers' running back room is deep. Warren, Gainwell, Johnson. But the coaching staff has to get the rotation right. This isn't fantasy football. You can't afford to mismanage snaps in a conference where every inch matters. Especially not when your defense just gave up 32 points to a Jets offense that isn't exactly stacked. And here's where I turn it over to you, Steelers Nation. Was this a smart move by the coaching staff, or did they overthink it? Should Gainwell have a larger role moving forward, or is this Jaylen Warren's backfield until Caleb Johnson is ready? And are you still confident in the run game after Week 1, or are we setting ourselves up for trouble against elite defenses? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what the real ones think. And listen, if you're part of Steelers Nation and you're loving the grind, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications. We drop daily news, reactions, and breakdowns made by fans for fans. Until next time, this is Steelers Nation Wire signing off. Let's keep stacking wins. Let's go!